Tony Collins here with a model around how to get your head around workplace safety. Back in 2009, I attended a workshop by Dr. Thomas Krause, who was named one of the most 50 influential OSH persons in the world. And I'd been doing a lot of reading around safety, experiencing safety on the coalface, implementing safety management systems, and looking at this thing called safety culture. And until the workshop, I'd been quite confused and found it really hard to practically implement all these different ideas. And so I want to talk to you about a workplace model. And the model is broken into 3 components: systems, culture, and leadership. What I love about this model is that when you're working on safety in your workplace, you can ask yourself, which area am I working on right now? And what am I putting in place in the other areas to support what I'm trying to do? If we look at these components, most of the time people focus on systems. And systems are critical because they help us capture lessons from the past, usually hard-won from your own or other people's experience. And it is critical to create a system to capture the learnings, and so that we're not reliant on any one individual, because one day they'll leave and we need to retain that knowledge within the business. I mean, systems will help shape your business, including safety. And then we've got this culture thing. And that's when the company values safety to the point that it is a shared belief throughout the company. And those values sort of become part of the decision making, so that decisions favor better safety outcomes almost automatically. The problem with culture is it is difficult to measure or assign a number to, and that you can and more likely able to in a systems approach. And a classic example of poor culture is a company that has a system in place and it has met an audit standard, but people go through an audit and then they put the safety manual, for example, back on the bookshelf so they can get on and get into proper work and put this safety thing away. That's a classic example of misalignment of systems and culture. And then we have leadership. Leadership, of course, drives and creates the culture. So in all of these 3 components, obviously we want them to overlap, and the more the better. And leadership at all levels, driven by people who have a really strong personal ethic of safety. And the reason I like the model is that we separate the 3 components out because it highlights how important they are. And in your workplace, the way to use this model is that when you're looking at doing any work, let's say hazard management around a particular task, you can ask yourself, okay, am I taking a systems approach here? Okay, great. Now, how am I going to tackle the leadership side of it and the culture elements? And if we do that, you're going to improve the likelihood of uptake of whatever it is you're working on and actually making something embed and actually make a difference. There are limits to models, of course, including this one. So if there are any others you would like to share with the community that would help them, then please add them to the comment section below. This is Tony Collins at safetyhub.co.nz.